Hi everyone, in today's video we are going to be making this adorable crocheted star. I recommend picking a yarn that has some glitter in it for this star. What you'll need to do is just choose whatever crochet hook says on the label of the yarn. Choose that crochet hook to make your project. These down here were made with the glittery yarn that I found at my local Joann's, but you could also use a worsted weight yarn as well. This was made with Red Heart with Love, and you can see how the look is totally different, but still super adorable. In the tutorial, I'm going to be using this pink worsted weight yarn so that you can see it really easily. So that's what I'm going to be showing you in the tutorial, but have fun picking out whatever yarn that will work with your project. Let's get started. Okay, let's get started with our crocheted star. The first thing you need to do is start with a magic loop. When you make a magic loop, you hold on to the free end. I wrap it around 3 fingers. Insert your crochet hook into the circle and pull up the working end. I have an entire video on how to do a magic circle if this is confusing for you or you need any more details on it. Once you have that ready, yarn over, pull through. And now we're going to get ready to do our first round. We've got our circle, we've got our free end here. And when the magic circle, the way that it works is you can pull on the free end and tighten up that center. So the first thing that we are going to do is chain 3, 1, 2, 3. That counts as a double crochet and a chain 1. So you'll see that on the pattern, on the written pattern in the description box below the video. Now we need to do a double crochet. Double crochet is yarn over, insert into the magic circle, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, 2 loops, yarn over, 2 loops. So we're going to have 2 double crochets together with a chain 1 in between. So this was 1 with a chain 1. So then we do 1 double crochet and then a second double crochet. There's double crochet number 2, chain 1, and then we're going to continue that in our magic circle. So we do our chain 1, double crochet, two loops, 2 loops, second double crochet, 2, 2, chain 1, and then another set of 2 double crochets. So we need to do the 2 double crochet, chain 1 a total of 4 times, going all the way around, and then we'll finish up where we started with this chain 3. So go ahead and complete this round. Refer to your written instructions if you need to. 2 double crochet, chain 1, 4 times. So go ahead and complete that. Okay, so now we've almost completed this round. So we have our initial chain 3. We have 1 set of 2 double crochet, second set, third set, fourth set. So now we need to chain 1 and then do 1 double crochet. So that's yarn over, insert into the circle, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, 2 loops, yarn over, 2 loops. For my UK crocheters, I will have the abbreviations on the screen as well as in the description box for my UK viewers. Okay, so this was just 1 double crochet because we already did the second one over here. Okay, so just finish that double crochet and now we can pull on the free end to close up our magic circle. Close that up. And that's why the magic circle is really nice, because you can get a really tight center. So now what you do is you slip stitch in the top of that chain 3. So we had our chain 1, which is here, and then we're going to slip stitch here. Yarn over, pull through, and then pull through. That's a slip stitch. And now we are ready to do our second round. All right, so now we have finished that first round, and I'm going to chain 1. And we're going to make our star, the points of our star in the chain 1 spaces, okay? So here's our different, it's almost like a flower. So we're going to be going around, and here is our double crochet. So it's going to be in between the sets of 2 double crochet that we are going to create our star point. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is half double crochet, and half double crochet is yarn over. Insert your hook into that chain 1 space, yarn over, pull through, yarn over all the loops on your hook. Okay, we're going to do all of these stitches are going to be in the same chain 1 space. The next stitch is a double crochet, yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, 2 loops, yarn over, 2 loops. The next one is a half treble, and I don't know if I've ever done this stitch on my channel before, so a half treble is yarn over 2 times, insert your hook, yarn over, pull through, yarn over the first 2 loops only, and then yarn over all the loops. Now we're going to do a picot stitch, which is going to create this little knobby bit at the end. Knobby bit, that's very scientific. Okay, we're going to do chain 3, 1, 2, 3. Insert your hook into the base of that first chain, yarn over, pull through, and then pull through the loop on your hook. And now we're going to go back down. So we're going to do the same stitches in reverse, yarn over 2 times, insert your hook, yarn over, pull through, yarn over first 2 loops, and then yarn over the remaining loops on your hook. That's the half treble crochet. Then back to the double crochet, yarn over. This is all in the same chain 1 space. So that was our double crochet and then half double crochet. Yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over, pull through, yarn over all 3 loops. And that has created our point for our star shape. Here's how it's looking. So once you are done with each star point, I want you to just slip stitch in this chain right in between your 2 double crochets. So insert your hook, yarn over, pull through the yarn on your hook, and then we're going to get started with the next star point in the next chain 1 space here. Right, so it's going to be half double crochet, and then we're going to do it exactly like we did before. Half double crochet, half treble, picot, half treble, double crochet, half double crochet. So go ahead and do that going all the way around, and I'll meet you at the last one. So now we have finished 4 of our points of our star. Now remember, we need to slip stitch in between our double crochets. So make sure you slip stitch there. And then let's make this last point together. And all of our points should be in our chain 1 spaces. So yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over, pull through, half double crochet. All the loops on your hook is the half double crochet. Double crochet, yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over, pull through, yarn over 2 loops, yarn over 2 loops. Now we're going to do half treble, yarn over 2 times, insert your hook, yarn over, pull through, yarn over 2 loops, yarn over all the remaining loops. Now we're going to do a picot, which is chain 3, 1, 2, 3, slip stitch in the base of that chain 3. So yarn over, pull through, and then pull through that loop that was on the hook. There's our little picot stitch, and then back down. So we do half treble. Half treble is just slightly smaller than the full treble. Double, yarn over, insert, yarn over, pull through, yarn over 2 and 2. And then our last stitch, half double crochet, all 3 loops for the half double. Now we are done. And what you want to do is slip stitch to join that final round right at the base here. So you're gonna slip stitch, and then you can trim your yarn. Trim your thread, leaving a good long tail so that you can weave it in. Pull through. Give it a tug. Give your magic ring a tug. Now what you want to do is take a yarn needle. Here's an example of a yarn needle. Weave in our tails. Get our tails ready. And then what we're going to do is, if you want to, I'm going to show you how to block and starch your star so that it's nice and stiff and appropriate for maybe an ornament or something like that. Of course, you don't have to do that. It'll be totally optional, but I will show you some options for that. And in order to do that, you got to have all of your tails woven in. So you're just going to go on the back side of the crochet and weave in and out, making sure that those are nice and secure. So go ahead and do that, and then I will meet you back and show you how you can block and starch this star if you would like to. Otherwise, there you have it, crocheted star. So I'm going to show you one way of stiffening your star. I'm going to use Mod Podge, and I will show you on this red one so that you can see it really well. Now I'm going to use a brush and dip this into the Mod Podge, and I'm going to brush, this is along the back side of the star. Use the brush to get into those fibers. You don't want it to get too gloppy, but you do want a good amount on here to fully stiffen the star. Once you have the back done, I like to go ahead and flip it over, and we're going to block it out. Use some rust-free pins, and we're going to just pull out. I'm putting it right at the base of the picot. I have paper towel on top of some cardboard. So we can just stretch this out and pin it into place. Now that is pinned, and now we're going to use the Mod Podge and add it to the front. I wanted to let you guys know too that in order to make the star, it took me about 6 minutes to crochet each star. So if you do this assembly line fashion and then you get a whole bunch of these lined up and ready to go, then within a few hours you can make a whole bunch of these for ornaments or gifts. One of the optional things that you can do is also use a pin to pull in the points this way. If you're finding that some of your star you want there to be a little bit more of an exaggerated star point, that's an optional thing that you could do. Once you have all of this painted on here, you can use Mod Podge or you can use an Elmer's glue and water solution. That would be fine as well. Make sure you wash out your brush and let this dry overnight is best. So this red star was blocked with just starch, and it does hold its shape better than something that has not been blocked at all. You can see how The points are a little bit curled. This one is more stretched out and holds its shape better, but it will, you know, it is still very pliable. So I feel like the Mod Podge does really a great job of stiffening it up, especially if you want to make it a ornament or maybe a gift tag or something like that. So it's up to you. You can use whatever method you would like. Thank you guys so much for watching this crochet video tutorial. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. And if you have any questions, leave those in the comment section down below. I would love to know, what do you plan to use this star tutorial for? Maybe a garland, maybe some ornaments, maybe some additions to your holiday gifts. I would love to know how you plan to use it. Thanks so much for watching. I will see you in the next video. Bye.